everybody. Five Flipper here. It's Saturday night. Still out here in the Bay Area. Out here karate shopping, driving Lyft, doing my thing. Just wanted to kind of share my last couple days with you, let you know what's been going on. And so yesterday I hit a nice little lick, a nice little karate chop. Hey, Blackberry. So yesterday I was texting a guy, and he had this TurboGrafx score that I showed in a thumbnail clip, and he was asking like $80 or something like that on Craigslist. And so I said, hey, I'll do it. And he says, oh, well, another guy wants to do 100. He said, but if you got $100, you can come get it now. So I did. Went out there, boom, karate chop, done. So I got a freaking really nice TurboGrafx, about 17 games, and I got a TurboGrafx like mini thingamajigger. Let me grab it. Oh, and I got the booklets for the TurboGrafx too. Like there's a bunch of booklets there, and I got this. What's this called? Turbo Express. Dig that. Now these things in working order, they go for like $300 on eBay. That one I put batteries in, wouldn't power on. It came with a cigarette lighter adapter, wouldn't power on. But somebody's gonna want it out there, so that's cool. So I got that with the games and stuff for $100. So that was cool, man. And that was yesterday's score. Hey, bearded picker. So today I went yard selling, and I kind of switched up strategies a little bit. Usually I try to go towards the Silicon Valley or up by Concord or something like that. But today I was like, well, maybe I'll go up to Sacramento, because Sacramento, distance-wise or driving-wise, is about the same drive to like San Jose. And I go to San Jose all the time, and I don't really feel it. So, it's not bad. So yeah. Hey, treasure hustlers. I see ya. So I went up to Sacramento. Beautiful drive. Lots of cows and sheep and, horses and stuff, and just nice terrain going out there and back. So that was super cool. At one point, I sped past a freaking tractor. Like, how often do you drive down the road and there's a tractor in front of you, and then you got to peek over, see if you can go by, and then you scoot over, boom, get by them, and keep on going. That never happens in Las Vegas. They don't fucking have tractors in Las Vegas just going down the goddamn road. Although it kind of does happen a little bit in San Francisco when I drive for Lyft, because there's so much construction work going on there, but I digress. So anyway, so I went out there yard selling to Sacramento, California, and it was okay. It was okay. I kind of hit like a community kind of sale thing, and then a few other, just random sales and stuff, and it was okay. I got a few little scores here and there. A lady did break my heart, though. Oh, man. I pulled up on this lady. I didn't even get out the car because, she just had a few things out. I was like, miss, you got any old video game stuff? She said, you just missed it. I sold a big tub like this full of Nintendo games. I'm like, oh. And then she wanted to sit there and tell me all about it. I said, lady, I got to go. I can't talk to you. And I skirted off because somebody had beat me to that Nintendo score. And I was pretty early, but wasn't early enough for her. Although it looked like she was just barely setting up, so I don't know. That's kind of stuff that sticks with you for a long time. Not that there's really anything you can do about it, but it still sticks with you. So anyway, um, so that happened. You know, got a couple of things. Got a Game Boy Color for like $2. That was cool. Um, yeah, got some video game stuff. One place I stopped at, right? I stopped at this one place. Here's what I hate. Here's what I hate. I stopped at this one place, and there was like maybe 4 or 5 people that were there working the sale. Now it was kind of hot. It was probably 85 degrees or so, and they were under a canopy. And as soon as I got out of the car, they told me, like, no, she wasn't joking, dude. She was serious. Um, just by the way she was describing stuff, BlackBerry, she was serious. Um, but I pulled off before she got too far into it. Hey, Garage Flips, I see you, Lonnie. So where was I at? So I get out of the car to go to this one garage sale. These people, they're up under the canopy. It's hot. It's about 85 degrees. They got a bunch of stuff out there. A bunch of stuff, right? So I asked them if they have video games. They're like, no. So I look around and I see one of Lonnie's favorites. Good old sealed media. Some sealed, like, what were they? Cassette tapes. There are like 5 or 6 of them, in a stack, and there were like 2 stacks. So I'm like, cool. I'll probably get these for 50 cents a piece, maybe $1 a piece. If they pull my arm. So when I got out the car, they told me that we just want this stuff gone. You know what I mean? If you see something you like, you can take it, whatever. We're just trying to get rid of stuff. It's too hot. We don't care. Right? So they led with that. They led with that. I asked about the video games. They said they didn't have any. So when I brought the sealed media up to them, I'm like, well, how much for these 2 sealed media things? This lady freaking looked at it and said, oh, hold on a second. Let me look it up real quick and see what they go for. I'm like, well, you can go ahead and stop wasting your time doing that, because if you're looking it up, I'm not trying to buy it. You know what I mean? It's not that serious. I said, first of all, I'm not going to pay full price what you see on eBay. You know what I mean, for this stuff. And she's like, no. We'll just look it up and maybe cut it in half or something. I was like, you know what? I'm good. And I said, and another thing, I said, when anybody comes up to your yard sale and you try to look stuff up, you're wasting your time. They're not going to buy anything. And so I headed back to my car. And before I could get in, I said, and you guys said you just wanted this stuff gone. You going to look stuff up? Got my car, drove off. I wasn't too bitter, though, because, it was just a couple of sealed media pieces, but so no big deal. So here's some fun that kind of happened today. In other news, OfferUp. So there was a deal on OfferUp for, like, I don't know, this was maybe 12 or 15 games, Super Nintendo games. Like, they were all pretty good. And a dude said he wanted $5 to $7 a piece. He had that listing, and then he had 3 other listings. He had a listing with like a GameCube with no power supply or controllers. He wanted $20 for that. He had a original Nintendo with like 3 or 4 games, and then he had like an N64 with 4 controllers and like 2 games, and he wanted $50 for that. So I seen it like maybe 25 minutes after he posted, which in video game time on OfferUp is a long time. Most of the time, it's too long. So I just sent him an offer for $50 for all the Super Nintendo games, and he got back right to me like 2 minutes later. He's like, "Man, somebody's already on their way. Sorry." So I'm like, on their way, not there yet. They're not sold. So I looked at his other stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll buy everything. I'll buy everything. I'll pay you $170 for everything, all the 4 bundles that you have here. If I can come right now and get it. He's like, well, the guy's already coming, and you know, you'll be first up, right? So he's telling me this and telling me this, and he's like, yeah, the guy should be here in 30 minutes and this and that. And then I hit him up again. The dude's not there. The dude's not there, and he's like, yeah, I'm texting with the guy now, and this and that. And I'm like, dude, I'm putting my shoes on. I'm gonna come. I'm ready. I got the money in hand. You know what I mean? What's up? Because these games are kind of fire. And and he's like, man, I'm texting with the guy now, and oh, he's gonna be here in 10 minutes, and oh, if he doesn't get here by 5 o'clock, they're yours, and this and that, right? So what ended up happening is the guy came and he bought most of the bundles except for the original Nintendo bundle. But even though even though I did not get that freaking deal, I put some fire up under that guy's ass that was going to get that stuff. You know what I mean? It was no longer just a sweet deal where he's just going to pay $40 or $50 or whatever he offered for those Super Nintendo games. No, he had to take a way bigger bite, out of all those bundles to get it because I was right behind him with my fucking foot on the gas pedal on his ass. You know what I mean? So even though I didn't get it, that made me happy. And just for fun, I asked the guy after the deal was done. I said, "Well, it's real competitive here on OfferUp." I said, "Which guy was it? What was his name?" And he told me the dude's name. So now I know which one of my competitors it was. So that was a nice little bonus, a nice little nugget. And then I pushed my luck a little bit. I wanted to do a first for YouTube. I wanted to bring you guys something cool, right? So I said, "Hey, man, I got a YouTube channel. I'd love to send you a Google Hangout. We'll go live on freaking YouTube, and we'll tell the story about how you posted it and how it was up your ass and how you were freaking texting the dude and the dude was texting you back and it was so heated." I said because normally we as sellers we only get one story, our side of the story. We never get the other side of the story. You know what I mean? The guys, you know, how somebody else beat it to it, and all that stuff. Like on OfferUp, we never get that. We just boom, this has been sold. That's it. So I wanted to, get the full circle. He declined, but I asked. So anyway, yeah, I thought it would have been cool, but it didn't work out. So yeah. Anyway, so that's how it's been. Anybody got some questions for me? I'll take a question or two and then I will roll out. I like to keep these kind of short and informative. How's everybody been? Hope you guys are finding good stuff out there. What games did I get? I got these TurboGrafx games. They're decent games. Let me see. I got the manuals for most of the games, so I'll just blow through them real quick. And today I got like some Wii games. I got like 2 Nintendo 64 games with like 2 controllers and a system and just some stuff like that. So boom, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. If you see this for N64, You see this game for N64 is like super rare. You want to grab that. So I'll just kind of show you. Boom. Some of the titles. Boom. Boom. Last but not least. Boom. So yeah, it's been a cool last few days for hunting. I'm probably going to go hunting tomorrow. Get out there at the swap meet. Oh, I didn't tell the freaking swap meet story. There's this guy out there at the swap meet, man. He resells out there games and stuff, but he is a freaking savage. Like, this dude has a nose for games. He freaking, soon as the trucks pull up, this guy is damn near diving in the back of their truck, sniffing through games and shit like that. Like, this dude is a straight savage. I really want to kick him in the nuts because he freaking pisses me off. But he's a competitor, and I'm just a little jelly belly. But yeah, man, he's something else. He's kind of helping me out there at the swap meet, boost up, because I like to, I like to be courteous, you know what I mean, and respectful and stuff like that. But when you're trying to get shit at the swap meet early in the morning when the good stuff comes off the truck, you can't really be super courteous. You got to be somewhat respectful. You know what I mean? You don't want to disrespect anybody, but you got to be aggressive. You got to be super aggressive. And I'm sort of getting aggressive, but I'm not super aggressive. Have you heard of price charting? Yeah, I heard of price charting. It's an awesome website. Yeah, I've heard of price charting. How you girls doing, treasure hustlers? You guys finding anything good? Dumpster diving? We ought to do a show together sometime too, by the way. Just have me on a freaking hangout and stuff. That'd be awesome. Awesome sauce. All right, so I'm starting to ramble. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. I'll holla. Stay karate chopping. Yeah. Peace.